We should be live right now. Everybody hop in. I guess it is. Dang it. Okay, so the live stream should be working now. Hope it's not lagging. Oh shit, it's hot as hell. We're going to start with the announcements as always in just a bit. Yeah, man, it's a Monday. I've been waiting all week until we can do the live streams again. I really enjoy that shit. Everybody hop in. How was your weekend? Also, make sure to like the video, guys. I mean, the live stream. I'm gonna put it like that. Like so. Yeah, man, where's Robo Kelly? Where's Ghost Whale? Where's the whole The whole party. 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 Anyways. Six people watching, 2 likes. Come on, guys. You can do better. Like the video. Buy more. So it's the shit from last week, Thursday, I think. Or Wednesday, I think it was Thursday. Buy more. Buy more. Huh. Buy more. Buy more. Oh, there's Ghost Whale. Who's saying, man, hang on, my chat plugin is not working. Hang on, I'm gonna have to do it real quick. That's why I didn't see the message. One little second, as always. Let the grandpa do his technical stuff. Okay, there we go. Can you write something in chat real quick? Just like a test. Check, test. No, sound test. Sound check, yeah. I want to see if the plugin works. Yeah. So Ghost was saying, yeah, good weekend, smash the like button. Okay, now it's working. Fire. Yeah, man, good weekend. What about you, Ghost? Well, you want to join? Sound check, sound check, sound check. If you want to join, the password is going to be sound check. Okay, let's do the announcement real quick. Go. UCHF. Previous day low, previous day high. Yushikit, what's good, man? Yo. Already in bed, my man. Alright, no worries. We have already taken out the previous day low. So most likely we are also not going to trade higher or lower because we have already taken it out, okay? We have talked about that in very detail in the last live stream, and also I've made an entire masterclass that I've just uploaded, okay? For that day, most likely we're actually going to go for the low, not for the high. I'm still not willing to take a trade because it's just a 50-50 scenario. We can't tell if we're going for the low or for the high because we're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. But actually, we are exactly in the middle. Not exactly in the middle, would probably be here somewhere. But you get my point. We are neither close to the high, neither close to the low. AUDCHF. Falling back into that FEG, I would have traded this another time lower for the previous day low, but the previous day low has already been taken out. AUDUSD. I think I gotta do something with my monitor settings. Anyways, AUDUSD. We're going for the previous day low or for the previous day high. Probably for the previous day low, right? Why? Because we already have established movement number 1. So I'm not sure, but I think we also traded that last week, depending on if the previous day low has been taken out before 0 AM candle. And this is going to be our established movement candle number 1. But essentially, all of these two are just combined together. And for that, you just want to trade onto the downside, not to the upside, okay? So simple as that. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Check it out real quick. We have an FEG in here. And the next 4-hour candle is going to open in 1 hour. So there is quite a good chance that we are going to trade into that FEG first and then trade lower. Let me see how's the equilibrium. We have not traded into equilibrium yet. So there's potential to trade onto the upside. Let me see how the potential position will be looking like. Okay, so we don't even have to trade all the way to the previous day low. We are able to endure quite a bit of price action. It's also something I like. Trade could be looking better. if we didn't have some kind of FEG that we want to trade back into. But all in all, this is something good to take. Also, if we go to the 15-minute time frame, there's this price action gap, right, which we have not traded back into yet. We like to trade into the price action gaps, remember that. And yeah, this is also creating a no-wick candle. It's also something that I really like about this trade. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame. And I'm probably going to enter with a limit order, like in just a bit. AUD NZD, I mean. Yeah, I mean, you just can't build a framework off from. Probably we are going to go for the low because we have relative lows, internal, external, previous day low, also FEG that we want to trade into. Might be a risky trade opportunity, but let's just see. I'm probably not even interested in that one. AUD CAD, previous day low, previous day high. Probably for the previous day low, of course. Let's go to the 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame I really enjoy because we have traded already into this FEG. Okay, so this is already going to be your protective. I'm gonna just mark it out as P or protective swing high. Probably the price is not going to return there until our take profit gets hit. Then the price can do basically whatever it wants, right? We just want our take profit to get hit, and that's it. So probably we're not going to trade there. This is more of a weird candle, but this is because we're trading the Monday. Let us look at the weekly real quick. Okay, weekly is looking very messy. But there has to be a wick created onto the downside of the entire weekly candle, and also a little bit more because this is not going to be enough. For more details, we can talk about that a little bit later. And yeah, let's look at the 4 hour. This also has a no-wick candle in here. This could be an entry. Let me see how the position will be looking like. I'm just going to take it as that real quick. Okay, we have also created, oh dang it, anybody who looks at their watch list like that is not normal. So we are still having this price action gap, which we have already traded back into with a body closure, but we still have that sort of weird candle, right? Now this does not count as a no-wick candle because yes, it has no wick, but it created from here, right? This is the candle open, so basically everything in here would be the wick if you get it like that, right? A no-wick candle is only counted if you are trading in one direction without ever returning to the opposite direction from its candle open. We can get on that later on if you want. Okay, and then let me check NZD USD. Let's go to the daily. Also probably to the low. I mean, we could probably just short every single pair onto the downside, or we're just going to lose every single pair. That's also an option, of course. But let me look at the weekly real quick. Now the weekly is just not looking the way you would want it to look. We have a lot of gaps and also the no-wick candle. Let me look at this one. Trading onto the upside for this pair on the weekly at least, but now we didn't want to take it because of the daily. How's this looking on the weekly? Also messy. Weekly is showing. Now this one is pretty safe to take. AUD CHF also on the weekly. I already see that. We can take it as it is. The 0 AM candle is already pushing onto the upside, which is not something bad. It's good. We're getting a better entry. Let's look at the 4 hour time frame. Can we refine it somewhere? Daily chart. Ah, dang it. This was the pair where the previous day low has already been taken out. My bad. Let's look at the weekly real quick. Okay, this is like whole of a mess. I have to think about that myself real quick. Also have this BPR range in here. Tricky day, definitely, because of the weekly open. But we are already trading onto the upside on the 0 AM candle, which is favorable because we are going to get a better price. In the very short term, the daily time frame is looking bearish. We also have relative lows in here, right? Internal, external. Like, what just concerns me is this entire BPR range, right? I mean, the equilibrium. If we're going to take this price, actually, okay, price action is going to get a little bit messy from now on. I'm going to remove a couple of stuff. We're going to go into the forward. Let's measure it from this high. So we are not able to endure this entire price action move. This is going to be basically the whole price action leg, but the internal price action leg is not that far away. Okay, so there is potential to trade onto the downside. Just have to check it out. Just have to think about it. AUD, NZD. I really want to pick the best pair for today. AUD CAD. 4-hour time frame. Probably our better choice for today. Which pair was it? We had like a gap. Yeah, this one. We were already pushing onto the upside. That's great stuff. Like we're getting a better entry. I am going to take this because of the 15-minute gap in here. And if price has already pushed that much onto the upside, then it's also going to go for that FEG. So I'm going to mark it as that. Okay, I'm gonna do the original position just so everybody doesn't get confused. So this will be the original position. Okay. And then the way we're going to refine it is going to be right at that 4-hour FEG. Okay. Then our stop loss, you can just put it right in here. It's more of a higher risk reward than we usually like to go for. But if it aligns, then aligns. This is going to be AUD USD. And we're gonna be doing a market order, no limit order. Here, sell limit, entry. Then we're going to do the stop loss. Then we are going to put the take profit in. It's going to be our limit order. Okay, this is going to be trade number 1. There was also another opportunity, if I am not mistaken. I know. It's going to be AUD NZD. No trade on that one. AUD CAD. 4-hour. This pair I liked a little bit less because the price action gap has already been filled out. But to be honest, if I'm betting on AUD USD to hit a take profit, then it's also, I mean, they can also lose both, right? They are not that far away from each other in terms of correlation. But if I'm betting on that pair, I might as well also bet on this pair as well. You know, for today, I recommend, like, if you really want to keep it super safe, probably no trade for you, right? But your best bet would be AUD USD because it still has the price action gap intact, right? You see this entire price action gap? It still has it intact. Whereas of the other pair, which was AUD CAD, did not have it. We already traded into the price action gap with a body closure, right? The candle was looking something like that. So that's why we didn't want to take it. Or we are going to take it, but it's not higher probability. You get my point? For this pair, we're just going to put a market order. It's going to be AUD CAD. Where is it? AUD CAD. Alright, so our limit order got hit. These might as well just both hit stop loss and then, oh, bad shit. That's okay. 3.01 lots. This is going to be AUD CAD. Let's double check. AUD CAD. Australian versus the Canadian dollar. Market order sell. Place order. And then it's going to be our take profit. It's going to be our stop loss. More of a low-key stream, to be honest. No, we're keeping it kind of quiet today. Today we're having less of that. Buy more. Maybe because I'm drinking tea. So yeah, man, how was everybody's week doing? Like, just tell me, was it a great weekend? Was it a great week? How's trading been going for you? Currently we are um still continuing on trading as always, as usual. And the thing about having this like better of an entry, or even if it loses, we're not going to lose as much. Like, let me check for this one. It's going to be $3, and this one's going to be $4. It's going to be $7, and we'll still be on net profit if both of those are going to lose. So having a high risk reward for that one is really worth. I mean, on like a regular one, right? If this would be with normal risk, we would lose the same amount. You get my point? We would lose the same amount as when we didn't do it like a better risk reward, because you are always risking a set amount percentage wise. But since we're not able to do that, we're basically risking lots, as I like to call it. I like to call it risking lots. Like, yeah, seriously, because we're always doing 0.01, and the stop loss is always quite the same. I wonder if anybody Ghostware said missed it. What did you miss? Oh, brother, what trades did you take? Missed it. Okay. Keep in mind, I've taken AUD CAT and AUD USD, but just keep in mind, today, you really want to focus on AUD USD more, because the price action gap on the 15-minute time frame has not been filled out. You see, it has not been traded back into the body closure yet. But AUD CAT has pretty much the same scenario, but we have already traded into it with a body closure, as you can see. I'm gonna put it in blue. You know, I'm a professional. Those both might hit stop loss. If one of those is going to hit take profit, then both of those are going to hit take profit. If one of those is going to hit stop loss, then most likely both of them are going to hit stop loss. So keep that in mind. If you really want to minimize risk, only take it on one position, which is going to be AUD USD. Okay? Very important. Yeah. Hang on. So you, Shikit, was saying you're using TradingView. Yes, man. I'm using TradingView. I mean, what else is there to use? Come on, man. Don't tell me you're using MT5. Psychopath. This is psychopath type of behavior. Please don't use MT5. It's nothing against you, brother, but like, it's just kind of confusing. Yushi Kid was saying nice. I don't know why TradingView is the best. I mean, TradingView is actually the best for charting. I wouldn't say it's the best for trading because you can like link your trading account with TradingView, and then you can also trade on TradingView. But I don't recommend that because it's kind of shit doing it, to be honest. The interface, the best, like for real, the best platform that I have ever traded on is the one we're trading right now on. It's CTrader. Now keep in mind, there's like a platform and there's also a broker. These are two separate things. The platform is just where you take the trades. The broker is what provides liquidity. Okay, but yeah, TradingView is really the best, basically. But what are you trading on? Are you trading on MT5? Please don't tell me that. Like MT5 is some, you know, that's like for extreme guys. For like extreme. Because like I'm gonna look it up real quick. MT5, okay? I'm not gonna show my MT5. Just look at it. What is that shit? Okay, it's pixelated. But what is that shit? Like, this is just a bunch of nonsense, and it's also, it feels so clunky. Like when you're doing that in MT5, it just doesn't work as it should be. Or when you're doing this in MT5, or when you're scrolling, it just doesn't behave as it should be. Now you might be saying, well, okay, you're just used to TradingView. Nah, but I just know how shit should be working, right? And it should be working in TradingView because that's the most convenient, that's the most easy way to trade, right? Or do the analysis. MT5 is just, you know, I never touch MT5 is a scary place. Okay, let's just put it that way. It's a scary place to be in. And so I spend as little time as possible on it. Just trade on it, and then, you know, that's it. Personally, I think every single broker should allow to trade on CTrader. By far the best. By far. There's no better platform. On CTrader, right? You can even do stuff like trading stop losses or time-based limit orders. You might be able to do all of that shit. What's it called? On MT5 as well. So Yushiki was saying TradingView is superior. Yeah, TradingView is superior. Like compared to charting, but like to trading. Like in terms of actually placing a trades, I think CTrader is better than MT5. Because on CTrader you can do so much more. On MT5 you might be able to do that shit too, but only with like some kind of shitty plugin. Why do I have to install some kind of plugin that allows me to do that? I used to be having magic keys. A lot of people don't even know what that is, probably. Magic keys is basically a way to manage your position, so you could be... Okay, so like another question. How do you close partial of your positions in MT5? How do you do that? It doesn't work, that's the thing. Like, that's the thing, you just can't do it. Unless you have magic keys. Magic keys, once again, costs money. Now, they used to be having a lifetime subscription, which I actually have, funny enough. But now it's subscription based. Ghostwriter is saying it works, but it's super complicated. Yeah. So you see, even if it works, the fact that I don't know how it works, even though I have looked into it, like when I used to, experiment with my trading, have partials and whatnot, to this day, I don't know how to do it. After 6 years of trading, why? Because MT5 is just stupidly complicated. Right? So you might be saying, well, it's giving you the playground to do whatever you want. I don't want to have the playground. I just want to trade. I want to place positions. That's it. I want to have a professional platform that I can trade on without any problems. MT5 is not able to do that. And besides that, it also looks shit. Let's all be honest. Okay. About the shitty part, that's like sort of the last concern, right? I can live with it if it has all of the features and they're also easy to find. MT5 might have these features, but are they easy to find? Hell no. Ghost was saying it works, but it's super complicated. He's also saying it's like they want you to fail. Yes, man, they for real, like they want you to fail. At this point, it's so shitty. Ghost was saying, I just want one button. Buy more. Yep, we actually need that button. Okay, in that case, it's going to be sell more. Because we want to go lower. Sell more. It doesn't sound as funny as buy more. Buy more. That's also good. Sell more. Sell more. Dump it, guys. Bitcoin will go to 0. You know that one? Buy more. Buy more. Guys, everybody that's watching, make sure to like the live stream. Buy more. Buy more. You know what I'm gonna do? The next guy that is going to come in ask for gold analysis, I'm going to do like a counter, okay? Okay, so the next time he's just going to ask, like somebody, I'll just make like a counter, like we have to have a name for him, like gold guy or something like that. Gold guy. It's going to be some guy. Could you analyze the gold, please? Usually Kid was saying the little gray zone is the gap. Probably talking about the AOD USD one. Yes, man, this gray zone is going to be the price action gap. Here, I can mark it out for you. Price gap. Free trial was saying, hey man, new here. I passed an EVA and I have a day to activate it, but I don't have the funds. What platform is it on? OPEX. Where are you from, man? Where are you from? Jamaica. But brother, why do you pass a platform challenge without having the funds to activate it? Like, I'm buying a challenge, I put money aside. But I get it. Like life gets sometimes you get what I like to call surprise expenses. Or have you thought about it this way? I'm gonna pass and then, I might just figure it out in the future how I'm going to activate it. That's not a problem for now, that's a problem for my future self. Yes, I wanted to figure it out along the way, brother. Like, you have to think ahead. How old are you, man? Yeah, I'm gonna let the 1 minute play for you guys, and I'm gonna be right back in just a minute, okay? Here we are, guys. Here we are. Yushiki was saying nice entry. It's okay. It's okay, that's how we're doing it. Free trial was saying he's 22. Yeah, brother, just like next time, don't try to figure it out along the way. Or, to be honest, the prop firm has done a very good job. Like, because the prop firm has basically, so free trial, I called it nice trade on NQ tonight on demo. Nice one. So the prop firm has done a very great job at doing it this way. Why? Because for exactly people like you, they think, I'm gonna just figure it out later on, and then they just can't. Man, you have to activate your account. Like, I'm not blaming. Sometimes shit does get, sort of, what's it called? Sometimes life is just that way, that surprises are coming along the way and this type of stuff. But like, man, you have to put money aside. Or put it this way, don't even buy a challenge if you're not able to activate it later on. Free trial was saying, yes, you're right, agree. We learn from our mistakes. It's cliche saying, but a mistake is not a problem. The problem is if you don't learn out of it. Then yeah, that's a problem, man. You're making the same mistakes like in a row, like, come on. But I get it, it's not always that easy. Like all things in life, it's easier said than done, isn't it? How are you trading? Like, are you trading a positive risk reward? I assume a positive risk reward. So I guess you don't know me yet. So probably a positive risk reward. Like, what's your risk reward, man? Because I can already determine whether or not what's it called? I can already determine whether or not you are going to keep the account, even if you're going to activate it or not. 1 to 5 minimum. Come on, man. Who's gonna tell him, guys? Like Ghost Whale or anybody, Yushi Kid, you're also already in it. Like, you probably also know what we're doing in here, why we are trading this specific risk to reward. Who's gonna tell him, guys? Am I have to tell him as always? I guess I have to, because nobody's going to do it for me. Free trial was saying it's dynamic. Don't matter. I have calculations that I follow. What's your win rate? Free trial, what's your win rate? So Yushiki, man, my chat on YouTube is for some reason, there's some problem going on. My chat on YouTube is like, sorry if I don't see some messages from you guys. Average 83%. No, your win rate is not 83%, man. Now you might be saying, nah, but my win rate is 85%. Sorry to, like, I am telling you this because you need to hear it. Like, I don't know for how long you have been trading, but I promise it to you. Couple of weeks from now, like, maybe you're not going to join the live stream. You are going to fail the platform account. You are going to 100% fail it. And you'll get back to this live stream if you're a man enough and say, well, you were right. Now, most people don't actually do that because they have this ego problem. They're not going to come into a live stream to the guy that has predicted their future, right? I am going to predict it to you, and I want you to really understand that you are not going to keep that funded account if you're going to continue what you're doing right now. Let's break this down. First of all, you're saying you have an 83% win rate with a 145. First of all, that's not even possible. But let's just say it is possible. You have not enough data to say that. You have taken 10 different trades and say you have an 83% win rate, right? So you don't even have a back test, right? Do you have a back test? I'm asking you. Do you have a back test that goes for at least minimum 1 year, like the absolute minimum, right? I recommend having something for 2 years. That's the actual minimum where I recommend now you can start actually taking trades on live, on demo, whatever it's going to be, or like rather on live. But you don't even have like 1 year, okay? Not even 6 months. How do I know this? Like, you might be saying, well, how does he know it? How does he know that I have not backtested my strategy? It's because out of the stats that you're telling me right now, that you're having an 83% win rate with a 145 on average, out of that alone, I already know that you don't have like 1 year collected of data. Because 1 year collected of data with those stats is not possible. All right, so that's why I already know it. To put it like very simple. Okay? So let's go over this like in my new video. Okay? I've explained it in detail. It's going to be the full masterclass for free for you to watch. Watch it, check it out, and there you'll basically get the idea. But I'm gonna do like a little crash course for you, and also for everybody that's watching and believing that they're having a great edge, which I am going to guarantee you. I will guarantee you, right? And I like to provocate also on that one a little bit, because people are just stupid and won't understand it otherwise. The stream flies back. Everybody that is trading a positive versus reward and saying that they have 83% win rate, you're not going to be profitable with this. I guarantee it to you. Go try it yourself. Go try it yourself for 1 month, right? You will lose a funded account. You'll like, I don't know how many prop firm challenges you have blown to get that account. It's not a problem blowing prop firm challenges, right? In my start, I have also blown countless of prop firm challenges before I've blown the very first one. That's just how it goes. That's not a problem, but you are going to continue blowing prop firm challenges. That's the problem. So, all right, there's a couple of messages in the chat. I will get on that in just a bit, guys. So that's why I already know you're not having an 83% win rate, because it's just simply not possible having a 145 or even a 142 with an 83% win rate. So you're believing that this is possible. Whoever told you that shit is not profitable himself? Tell me who is doing that on a day-to-day basis. Give me one example. And I promise you will not be able to give me one example that has been doing that shit. If you go to like YouTube, let's just say, or TikTok, I know that this guy is doing it, he's catching 15-hour trades every single day. That shit is not proven. The only thing that can all be fake. That's my point. The only shit that you can fake is what I'm doing right now, which is streams. You cannot fake a live stream. It's not possible. So, yeah. So to you, like, once again, to keep it simple, like you're saying you have an 83% win rate. Like, first of all, that's not even the case. But with a 145, you can expect to have something like, what is the break-even point for a 145? I have it in here. Yeah, break-even point is 16%. So you can expect to have like a 25% win rate with a 145. That's like keep in mind, it is possible to be profitable with a positive versus reward, but it's just not practical. So you can expect to have something like a 25% win rate. Let's just say you're like an elite trader. You have a 30% win rate with a 145. We'll expect to lose, like, I don't know, 13, 14, 15 times in a row. Right? This is not just pulled out of my asshole. This is proven. This is how probabilities work. Yeah, that's about it. So once again, if you're still watching use the trade, by the way. So if you're still watching, in like 1 month, return back to this live stream and then tell me an update. Tell me, have you been able to basically get a payout from a prop firm, right? Okay, maybe not a payout, because you said like you're not going to be able to activate that account, but just like get it updated, because I guarantee to you that it's not going to work. But once again, like, most people are just not mad enough to actually get back to the live stream or get back to me and say, well, you were actually right, because it's their ego that is hurting them. They'd be like, oh, man, that guy was right, man. That guy has actually predicted exactly how it's going to be. And that's always the case. Always, man. All right, I'm gonna read chat real quick. Yushiki was saying the middle gray zone is the FEG, right? Yes, there should be the FEG. The FEG on the 4-hour time frame. Here, this one. You can also mark it out for you, man. FEG 4-hour. Okay. And then next up, we're having Mac Joker is saying, I like your strat. Appreciate it. If you want more details, I've just like released a masterclass on it. You can check it out, man. And then Sleepwalker is saying, I'll join Discord and do forward test live. All right, man. Evan Naidu was saying, sorry, just joined. What pair are you trading? I'm trading all of the pairs you're seeing on the screen on the right, besides everything that is below USD SGD. Let me look at GBP USD real quick. Could also be something potentially for us. It could actually be something like a late trade. Like, once again, I only recommend AUD USD because it has the best price action gap. Oh, like the weekly. I mean, the weekly in general is just not looking fine as of currently. So, like, on basically all pairs. So, and then what do we have? Ghostwell was saying, join the Discord, get to know the strat, and just join the live streams to become profitable. Exactly, my man. That's how we doing it. Sleepwalker, yes, I've joined Discord. Sleepwalker's also saying, I share trade. Where are you from, bro? Take a guess, you have 3 chances. I always like to do that. But what's it called? Everybody who already knows this, don't tell them. There's two countries. There's one where I live and one where I'm from. Sleepwalker was saying Coventry, England. That's wrong. 2 more tries. If you get one of those countries right, your tries will reset. Come on, Jack. Anyways, so I guess everything that I've just explained is for nothing. Sleepwalker was saying Romania. No, that's wrong, man. Sleepwalker was saying, I give up. Never give up, man. Where are you from, firstly? Guys, one more like and I'm gonna do the push-ups. Just like the live stream, man. Yeah, so with the stair that I've just done, what was I telling you with that? Okay, so we can do it again. Like, what was that supposed to tell you? It's supposed to tell you that whatever I've just explained to you is not going to work. Okay, we have 11 likes. I'm gonna do the push-ups. Sleepwalk was saying, I'm free trial. I was logged to my other device and switched to my laptop. Yeah, brother. What is that BS, man? Like, I believe you. I believe you really that you have taken the trade. You know, it's all saying like here, the trade entry, whether it's on demo or live account, you know, there's not going to be proof, but I'm believing you, okay? I believe you that you have done that. Pretty sure I actually know that profile picture. Anyways, what am I telling you by that is, like, I've also another question. For how long have you been trading? Because I believe you have been able to catch that trade, right? And if I'm going to take 15 different tries, I am eventually also going to catch an even bigger trade than that one. It's going to be like a 1 for 35, okay? Eventually, I am going to catch this one trade. But if it's going to take me 100 trades until I'm actually going to catch that 1 for 35, then I'm not profitable, right? Then I've lost money. I'm in a net negative. We have 15 likes, man. The likes just shot up like so fast. Come on, guys. No, I'm gonna do like 10 and then 10. I ain't gonna do like 15. Ooh, I'm a tomato, man. You know, that like little spin, it's like necessary, you feel me? It's like very important we're going to do the spin. Just so nobody gets confused, you know? Like imagine somebody joining in new and he just doesn't know that that spin is very necessary. You know, that's why I'm like, allowing to clarify it. That spin is very necessary to do. Hang on a second. Alright guys, here we back. We back. Do you know that one clip of Mike Tyson? Everybody is watching. I broke my back. I broke my back. So, Mac Joker was saying I like push-ups. Yeah, man. Push-ups are pretty good. Ghost was saying if you don't do the spin, you would not hit take profit. See, guys, that's why I'm clarifying it. Without the spin, we're not going to hit the take profit. So most people are wondering why is he like spinning when he's already like getting in. And that's the point of it, right? That's the exact point. The spin is necessary, or else there ain't going to be no hit, take profit hit. You feel me? Assad was saying, what's up, my boy? What's up, brother? How are you? Spin that motherfucker. The spin is important, guys. I'm good. What about you? I'm also doing great, man. Currently, we did the analysis. Now we're just waiting for the trade to play out. Whether it's a stop loss or take profit. How have you been doing, man? I think you have been in the live streams. In the previous live streams, pretty sure. Goso saying it's the most important thing of the strategy. Ah, man, I forgot to include in the masterclass. For anybody that's wondering, I've uploaded an entire masterclass on YouTube today. So go watch it after the stream. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I forgot to put that part of the strategy into the masterclass. You know, for anybody that has been watching now, now you know why your trades don't work out, because you don't do the spin. Okay, now jokes aside. So as Ed was saying, what's the trade? That's the trade, man. We have two trades running. That trade and this trade. These are the trades. New video of guy exposing TJR. Who's it from? Who's it from, man? $17 likes, guys. That's crazy. Like, we're pushing within like a minute. Everybody just liked the video or something. Appreciate it, guys. We'll do the push-ups when we have 20. The white area is the take profit and dark. Yes, exactly. Sleepwalker saying, do you go break even on trades? Does it have to meet a condition? No, I don't do break-even trades. With a negative risk reward, it's not worth it doing break-even, in my opinion. Because if your TP is already like pretty, what's it called? If you take profit, it's already pretty close. Then, like, at what point are you going to do break-even at? If the risk reward is 1 for 0.3, are you going to do break-even after 0.1? Right, and then you're just going to like have a lot of different break-even trades. Goes to a saying shared in Discord. I'm gonna check it out real quick, hang on. Here you can see it. You're probably watching on phone. Most people are just watching on phone, so I'm gonna just put it like that. I'm gonna zoom in for you. Here. So we have made more than 50% profit. And yeah. So Ghostwell said he shared it in Discord. Let me check it out real quick. Oh, it's from Iman. Exposing the biggest fake guru in trading. You could actually watch that. 40 minutes long. I'm actually watching like for myself. I'm interested, like, to be honest. Really interesting stuff. Yeah, man, I've been saying like for the longest time, teacher, like I don't even know how people believing in that shit. But it is what it is. I don't know. But yeah. Ghostway is saying it's fun. Definitely, man. So, as I was saying, how much time did it take you to turn 20 into $30? When did I start live streaming, guys? Like 2 weeks or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, like 2 weeks. Like, I don't know. I don't know how, like, there's nothing against you as that, but there's just a lot of brainwashed people, right? It's also some in the stream, like, most of the people that are in my live streams, they already know what's up. They already know how it's explained and why we're trading in negative risk reward and all of that. For you to be saying, so there is going to be people who will be saying, what? 50% in 2 weeks, that's way too less. We have to do like 1,000%, and 1,000, we have to turn $20 into 1 million within 2 weeks. I'm not saying that this is you, but I'm just clarifying because, like, I don't know who you are in that sense. You get what I mean? So see it in this way. If we would have put like 1,000 into the account, this would already be more than $500. This is more than 50%. You have to look at it percentage-wise. But also keep in mind that's a higher risk account. So we are like, I'm risking 30% or something per trade. Like now it's less because we've already made a little bit of profit. It's not like 30% anymore, it's a little bit less. But like overall, so you really get the idea, okay? And we're just going to let the trade play out. Maybe I'll turn the position tool into green and red. So basically having it like that. You know, dang it. Can I remove it? Yeah. So like that basically. So people are not going to get too confused because people be saying what? So it's like very obvious this guy is trading a negative risk reward. Yes. Come. Anyways. Yushikit was asking, do you trade gold? Does that count as the gold guy? I don't know. Like, it has to be like, can you do gold analysis? So at gold, I am not trading gold, but I'm doing analysis for other people. If like people are asking, can you trade Can you do analysis on gold? Where will it go? That kind of stuff. But like for my personal, whether it's going to be funded accounts or my personal account or even this high risk account, I'm not trading gold personally, but I like gold as like a fundamental instrument. I like it. Asad was saying, I'm new here. I also want to start trading. I'm from Pakistan. So can you give me advice on what should I do? Brother, I've just released a masterclass. So if you want like full details on actually everything that I'm doing, free masterclass on YouTube that I've just uploaded. Okay? This is what I recommend to you doing. It's going to like make sure to watch fully because people are just skipping the video and you're missing key details on what I actually want to tell you in these videos. Okay, people who already know a little bit of the stuff that I'm doing, okay, you know, I can get that. You skip the video because you know a lot of the stuff. But especially for somebody that is new into a negative risk reward or just overall wants to take their trading to the next level and take it serious, watch the video from start all the way to the finish. Yushiki was saying, yeah, can you do quick analysis on gold? Let's go to the weekly time frame. As of right now, we are looking to go onto the downside. Now, unfortunately, or maybe also fortunately for some, we have already taken out the previous week low. Now, these were relative equal lows on the daily time frame, pretty sure. Yeah, so we had relative equal lows. That has already been taken out. So if this wouldn't have happened yet, then probably we would have traded this onto the downside. As of right now, you're like based off my system, there's no trading opportunity for you to take, right? And also as of right now, in order to tell if we're going higher or lower, I need to see a little bit of rejection on the daily time frame. So this could happen in, you know, maybe this entire day if this is going to close something like that, so very bullish. Or this could also happen within, you know, the next 2 or 3 candles, so maybe like until the Thursday or something like that, and then from there on I can determine, okay, we're going from this high, or we are doing something like that, trading into here, showing rejection off of this FEG, and then from there on we can trade lower. There's also an important lesson. Not every single day you can draw conclusions of something. So Haides Vlogs was saying, hello brother, I know SMC in price, but did not understand where to start. Start at my masterclass that I've just made a video on. Like coincidentally, there's a lot of people just coming in newly, and this is actually perfect for you guys. I've just made an entire masterclass. Once again, watch it. It's free on YouTube. It's the latest video that I've just done. Watch it fully, okay? I'm trading something that is a little bit different from everybody else that is doing, because once again, 90% of traders are unprofitable, okay? So I'm doing what, so in order to be profitable, you have to do what the opposite of unprofitable traders are doing, which is going to be a negative risk reward. Everybody's trading at 145 and they're not profitable with it, you know? So to be honest, I've also said it in like one other video. You have tried everything at this point. You have tried SMC, ICTS, like positive risk rewards, Wyckoff theory, top and bottom tick. Then you have followed some stupid advice on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, whatever it's going to be. Nothing of that has worked so far. Why? Because it doesn't work to begin with. Okay? Now you can be profitable with a positive risk reward, but it's just not practical in the live markets. That's why I've made once again the new video. Yushi Kid was saying, thanks, I got you, my brother. It's probably going to go into the upside for UCHF. So this could be a potential good trade for tomorrow. If this trade is going to close bullish, right? Like heavily bullish, then we could be aiming for the weekly high. But for that to happen, this entire candle would have to be looking something like that, right? And then with the week in here, and then from here on, we're going to put the position like so, basically, you know, this is going to be the take profit, this is going to be the stop loss. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, we'll see if that is actually going to happen or not. Because what I also like, it has taken liquidity from the previous day low and it's showing rejection. So there's potential to trade this pair for tomorrow. But we just don't know. As of right now, we can't tell. Okay? This is what we do. Asad was saying, I know about 70% of trading. You tell me with how many dollars I should start trading. No, you don't know 70% of trading. I know that for a fact because you have been trading a positive risk to reward. Brother, once again, watch the video in the masterclass. Okay, we're going to do a deal with each other. Watch the masterclass from start to finish, and then in the next live stream, which is going to be the same time, but just tomorrow, you are going to tell me what you have learned from it, and if you actually knew, like 70% that I have told in the video, if you already knew that or not. Tomorrow, join in the same, what's it called? The same time, yeah, basically the same time, but just tomorrow, in 24 hours, I'll just put it that way. I am going to do a live stream again. And you're going to tell me if you knew 70% of what I've told in that video, because I guarantee you, you did not know 70% of what I'm telling you in this video. Nobody's teaching it this way. Robo Kelly was saying, hey Star Bro, I have joined just now. Have you analyzed your NZD yet? From my yesterday analysis, it was a good setup for an up move. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. Your NZD I have like not on my watch list, but we can look at it. Sure. I'm gonna put her like right below your USD. Yeah. Yeah, I mean bullish. We're definitely bullish. We also have relative equal highs. The liquidity is there. We also have established movement onto the upside. Now, first of all, what I'm going to say before I'm going to determine 14 people watching. Appreciate it, guys. Make sure to like the video. I'm gonna do the push-ups if we're at 20 likes. Once again, this pair I'm not trading. I don't have in my watch list. I've also never backtested it, right? So I do believe that the analysis work on every single pair, and most of them have also been backtested in that sense, but just separately. But once again, for Euro NZD, I just can't tell based off data, but we can still look into it. You have the external liquidity, you have the internal liquidity. And let's put it this way. We have 4 hour, we have 1 hour. There's actually a potential trade to go onto the upside. Let's just say we had this price action on a different chart. So let's just say on Euro GBP. I would definitely take this trade because we also have price action gap in here, right? And then these are going to be all like internal relative equal highs, internal and then external relative equal highs, okay? So there is a lot of reasons to trade onto the upside. And potentially I might even just take it on like a very small, on the high risk account. I'm gonna just see how the position would be looking like potentially. This would be the original trade entry, 50 pips. It's actually looking quite fine. This is like most certainly going to take profit. It's actually a very good trade opportunity, but probably not going to participate in it because it's like too spontaneous for me, right? We have just looked into it. So Unstoppable Scrolls. This is probably smokers. Hello, brother. Why don't you show your dashboard like Nico Trades? I have no idea who Nico Trades is. Asad was saying, okay, I will watch your video. By the way, tell me one thing, which coins you trade on. I don't trade on any coins. I don't trade crypto, right? But I know somebody in my mentorship. He's called Ghost Whale. He's also in the chat right now, probably watching. Still watching, I mean. He's trading crypto and he's also doing pretty well with it, you know? So just join the Discord and tag him. He's called Ghost Whale. You know, if he's going to help you, that's going to be on him, right? It's like his decision. He, after all, has also paid for the mentorship and that kind of stuff. If he wants to share, he wants to share. If not, if not. But yeah, if you want like crypto advice. Because I specialize on Forex. Oh, dang it, man. We're like at 20 likes. So fast. That's cool stuff. I love it. The live streams are getting better and better. Yushi Kid was saying, oh, price gap. Yes, we got the price gap. This is why this trade is looking very good for me. Even though like it's going lower right now, this trade is actually looking quite favorable. You know, once again, I might be able to also take a position on that pair, but only, guys, only, I can't explain it too many times, right? only on a high risk account. Don't take this on your prop firm. The only valid prop firm account, first of all, no financial risk. Don't follow my trades. You see the disclaimer anywhere in the top, like it should be here somewhere, I guess, anywhere in there. You see the disclaimer. But like if you want to take it, then I only recommend for me personally to trade AUD/USD also on my prop firms. Like previously, I've taken it also. If I take my personal positions, like aside from the high risk account, usually on the phone. So Sleepwalker was saying Germany. Yes, man, I live in Germany. Yushikit was saying I practice the low RR on futures, your strat. That's great shit, man. You know, tell me, like, update us in the Discord, also on live stream. How's it going so far? I said saying, which pairs do you trade on Forex? Every single pair that is on the... Okay, you cannot see it, hang on. I'm trading every single pair that is on the right. You see? Every single pair, besides everything that is lower than USD SGD. Everything that is lower, I'm not really trading, right? So Euro USD, I'm not trading. Euro NZD, like I've never like looked into it much. Like somebody on live stream has just recommended it, but I'm also not really trading it on a usual day-to-day basis. Although it's, as I've said, it's looking quite good as of today. And you know, it's quite funny, I can move myself around in here. Anyways. You know, and I'm gonna do that shit. Okay, that's good enough. Yeah, so this is just basically how it goes. We're going to let the trades play out as usual. Okay, we got 20 likes. I'm gonna do the push-ups. Do the spin real quick. There we go. Once again, the spin is very important for our strategy in order to hit the take profit, so make sure to do that stuff. I've just thought about something funny. 21 likes. It's great shit. Make sure to like the video, guys. You know, maybe today we can break the record. Like we have already broken the record. Like 21 likes, that's the best shit ever. Let us push for 30. Maybe we can still do it in the stream. Maybe. So yeah, currently we're still in the trades. It's running around. You know, on Windows, I don't like it that you also have to press on the Windows button before you can access all of the other shit. And I also don't like to have it like that. But it's just like a small issue. It's a personal one. Oh, if I do it like that, then you cannot see the pair, I guess. Can you? Now you can see the pair, man. Saying AUDUSD. Hey, hold on, I'm gonna look at something real quick. Maybe I can put the disclaimer lower. I think that would make more sense. I have to see. Hang on. Like that would be fire, wouldn't it be? But in a way so you can still see all of that BS there. Something like that. Let me see. Yeah, that's better. Now you can still see all of the other BS. Is it also working with TradingView? Yes. Yeah, on the bottom is better. I figured that out. So, as I was saying, can I trade on Exodus? By the way, I have joined your Discord. Great, brother. Appreciate it, you know. You're doing yourself a favor in that sense, but you know, you're welcome joining the Discord. I don't know why so many people are trading Exodus, you know. Personally, I do not believe it's the best. But you know, to everyone each their own. Yeah, so that's how we're rolling with. Let me look at the trades real quick. I'm gonna like to play the 1 minute for you guys. Just because people like to have it interesting. They like to camp on the 1 minute. I don't get that twisted. I'm never trading on the 1 minute. I'm just leaving it as that. So you have something to watch. One minute is like most annoying shit ever, to be honest. It's actually so funny, the setup in the, for anybody that's maybe wondering, but I also wanted to point it out. The setup is looking differently in the latest video that I've done, right? It's like already pretty old stuff. Oh, silver is tanking, but that's just the 1 minute time frame. Silver, I also don't trade, but always like to look at it. So to be honest, you would have expected that we would have gone for the previous day high and also for the PPR. That hasn't happened. It is what it is. But that's something I would have expected to happen, basically. But we also didn't do the analysis at that point in time, pretty sure. We did it somewhere in here, perhaps. I'm not really sure where it was exactly, but yeah. Yoshikid was saying, what is BPR? Brother, I suggest you just watch the masterclass. It is going to explain it to you. So that I just don't have to repeat myself too often, okay? So watch the masterclass because there's going to be a lot of different terms. If I'm going to explain like all the different terms, then like there's like a separate masterclass, not a live stream. I hope you understand that. Hope you have understanding. Just watch the latest video. That's why the video is also like 1 hour and 18 minutes long, because I've covered every single topic that you need to have. You get my point? And also like a little backtesting session later on too in the video. I'm gonna do something real quick. I don't like having this G-Sync type of BS. Hang on, I just do it in my other monitor. Okay, as I was saying, I liked talking to you, by the way. Do you know about Pakistan? Yeah, man, I know about Pakistan. You're from there, you said, right? How is it there? Do you like it? I also like talking to you, brother. It's fun. Cool stuff. No, shit. Okay, I probably shouldn't have done that in the live stream. Okay, it's working. What did you see meanwhile? Hang on, I'm really wondering. I'm curious, what did you see meanwhile I was doing that shit? My whole screen just turned black. Okay, I guess there was just no problem for the stream. Anyways, like both of my monitors just turned black. But yeah, now that shit is gone. We got 22 likes, guys. Maybe still, we can push it to the 30 likes mark. This will be a new record for us personally, and there will be 150 push-ups in total for the stream. Run it up, guys. Run it up. Currently, we are pushing through, brothers. We was bringing that to the play, man. You know that listen up on you first, but like anything get hurt. I get like this. We're having the cloud pillow. This is what we do. Okay, now I'm going crazy again. This is what we do. Disciple saying appreciate it, brother. You're welcome, my brother. Anytime. Guys, we're actually about to hit 1,000 subscribers. Like, I completely forgot to mention that out. Thank you guys for everybody that has subscribed to the channel. Now, you know, we have like 6 people watching. I don't know, like, if all of you subscribe, but I assume so. Everybody that has subbed to the channel, I really appreciate it. It has been a great journey so far. Doing the entire YouTube channel, I've gotten from a lot of different traders that I have basically enlightened them, showing how trading actually works. Because of the negative risk to reward, I'm the only negative risk to reward trader on YouTube, or at least that I could find. If you're going to type in negative risk to reward, there is going to be a couple of guys also trading in negative risk to reward, but they are not showing it to the exact detail and breaking it down, which I do, right? I've not seen a trader so far who has been talking about you're going to lose 10 times in a row with a 50% win rate. At least I haven't seen that. Maybe there is somebody, like I'm open, so you can tell me, but I just haven't seen somebody. Right? And yeah, like it was really great journey so far, and we're about to hit 1,000 subs. Like maybe tomorrow, or like actually today for me, it's already the next day, as you can see, bottom right. We're having 2 a.m. right now. Probably going to be like today or tomorrow at the latest. So yeah, I really appreciate it, everybody who has been up until this point. And there's like one guy that has been there from like 100 subs or something like that. It's called Able Memo, but he's just not there. He has he's just busy, let's just say that way. So yeah guys, really appreciate it. Yeah man, this pair was actually looking so nice. But I didn't want to rush it, you know. I would like to look at the pair more thoroughly, maybe next time, and then maybe we are going to trade it in the future, but as of right now, you know, red or not. Six people watch it, guys. Make sure to like the video. Like I'm saying it so often, I know, but I really want people to reach these live streams. I want people to understand this shit. Obviously. But I should actually say it like a little bit, at least a little bit less often. I get it. I get it. And I do believe that I should do it this way, to be honest, so people are not getting confused. Because like people seem to not understand it. Even though it's also a little bit obvious if you're just going to put it this way, you know. Up is basically, I mean, anyways, I'm not going to explain it. It's pretty obvious, but we're just going to put it this way. Okay, this is going to be short, then we're going to do long. Put it at that, and then put it at that. Okay, so now people, like by now, people should really understand this guy is trading a negative risk to reward. I hope so, at least. Wasn't there like a feature to change the background of TradingView? I don't think so, right? I do not think so. Because I've seen some people doing it, but I never saw it. Or maybe I'm just like, maybe I'm just tripping. I don't know. But I've seen people doing it, so I just thought maybe you can do it. No. Wanted to do something funny. Like by now, people should really understand it. Come on, guys. Here. And I think I'm also changed the title, you know, not turning 20 into 10K live, something like, you know, using negative risk to reward ratio. I don't know, something like that. Things will be better. What do you guys think? Yesterday, well, not even yesterday, but the other day, I've been suggested a video on YouTube where it was like how to talk to nobody in live streams. And I was like, what? You know, YouTube and Google, they know everything about you. Now, of course, like this is the most obvious. I'm live streaming, so like how are you going to hide that from YouTube, right? You're literally live streaming on YouTube. But they know you so well, they're recommending you videos based off what you like, what you watch, what you have disliked, you know? Disliking something doesn't mean that you're not going to get it recommended anymore, right? People also like to watch something that they dislike. The biggest example for that is going to be news. News is always bad news. 90% of news is always bad shit. You know, and 90% is also going to be, you know, Russia versus Ukraine. Like 90% of the news. So, or like recently we had some kind of other stuff. That's basically what it is. People still watch them. Why? Because they want to know what's up in the world. So not everything bad is actually bad for people. Anyways, my point is, YouTube recommended to me a video how to talk to nobody in live streams. You know, so it knows that I'm live streaming. I've not clicked on it, but I just like saw the video. That's how we're rolling with. Currently, hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. Ooh, don't you test my motherfucking place in. We all had claiming. Say, man. If a motherfucker do, I gotta say, you'll be another missing. If I find you first. Which is also why, like, dislike. Like, people are the most idiotic people on the world sometimes. Like, to be honest, there have been people, or there has been one guy that has disliked all of my videos. The moment I uploaded, it got disliked. From, like, the same guy, I'm pretty sure it's. Because I always had, like, 100% positive likes and then negative, right? And it was always the same guy. 100% sure. Now, that idiot believes that he's damaging me, right? Don't get me wrong, if you're disliking video, I am not having something against you, because sometimes that's also a very great way to tell that the video just, you didn't like it, okay? So, for example, I had like a video which was about trying top and bottom ticket vibes on TikTok. You guys clearly did not like that video based off judging of views, right? So if you're going to dislike that video, that's great stuff. That's showing me, okay, you're guys not interested in like more so funny videos. You're more so interested in just education and actually how to make money, right? So a dislike, I don't see like personal. That's a great way to tell. However, like if you're blatantly just disliking and thinking that this is damaging me, then you're the most idiot on earth. This is not damaging. This is still, you're still telling YouTube, this guy is important enough to you that you're clicking on his video to dislike the video, right? So that's still benefiting me. The only real way to really damage, and even that's not going to damage, you basically can't damage like a YouTube channel as you used to do back in the day. Back in the day, dislikes were actually worth something. Or worth that, okay, this video, we're not going to recommend it to more people. And even back in the day, like I know that like some German YouTubers, they had like only dislikes, yet they still got recommended to a lot of people. Anyways, the best way that you can really do to not support me is just like unsubscribing and never clicking on my videos. Like, I'm telling you that because it is beneficial to me at the end of the day. But why am I telling you this? Because I don't want to have anybody watching my videos and just ruining the reputation of saying, you know, this guy is bad, this and that. I don't even want these kinds of people in my live streams. Nothing. I don't want to have anything to do with them. But yeah, there's just incels like that. How do you even take your time of the day to dislike my video? Unless once again you're watching the video, you're saying, I just didn't like that video. I must start trading. They should do other types of videos by leaving a dislike. Okay, that's great stuff. Okay, but how do you even have enough time of the day to say, you know, I'm gonna watch start trading. I'm gonna go to YouTube. I'm gonna type in start trading. You know, then I'm gonna click on this YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna go to the latest video and click dislike. You're an incel. Okay. Like that's the most incel stuff you can do. Unless once again, you know, like purposefully. You know which type of videos I always dislike? Sometimes I really enjoy a video if somebody's making fun out of God or something like that, you know, like Jesus jokes or something like that, I'm immediately leaving a dislike. Whether or not that is going to do a lot or not, I'm still leaving a dislike. Because I see dislikes and likes a way to tell the creator, you know, we don't like that shit. Now, of course, a dislike, like if that guy has 100,000 subscribers, like 10,000 people like the video, it's going to be one dislike because I don't like Jesus jokes. It's not going to do a lot. But it's just the way I function. I don't like when people do jokes about that. I just thought about some. Sometimes, back when I didn't have a car yet, right? I always used to just go by train. And when I went by the train, I always had something in my mind, right? And I'm there with like multiple other people in the train. And I was just thinking about something funny, and then I was just laughing in that sense. I was just laughing, and then to the other people, it was looking so weird. Why is that guy laughing out of no reason? There's actually a disease that people have that they're like laughing for no reason, and that's like a different thing. And they might be thinking that I have that shit, but I was just thinking about something randomly, and then yeah, I was as always the weird guy. San Dugan Bullard was saying, "Love your videos, man. Keep up the good work. What you teach is priceless. I really appreciate it, brother. Kind words from you. You're welcome, and I hope I could give you some value along the way. Just released an entire masterclass. You can also watch it if you feel like." Robo Kelly was saying, "What is your opinion about trading funds? Flex account, bro. Is it worth for a beginner?" Let's check it out real quick. Like, I already know it, but I just want to best remember it fully, so I fully understand it, because I don't know it like off the top of my head. So the flex challenge. Yes, it is worth it to do, but like once again, you need to have a proven strategy to begin with. If you don't have that, it's going to be very hard for you. Like this actually brings me to like another idea. Maybe I should do like another prop firm video and explaining how to pass prop firms. You know, I like to do like an updated video on that one. Like the risk management is pretty much always the same, right? I'm not going to lie to you. You can also watch my previous prop firm passing videos that I've done so far. They're not going to be much different from what we have already talked about. But passing prop firm challenges is basically just two things: having a proven strategy and knowing the risk management. Now, of course, on the top of that, like there's like 1, 2, and then off the top of these two things, there's going to be psychology. Psychology is always going to be a top priority, in my opinion. Finding a strategy is not that hard, although people like to believe it. Risk management is the easiest part by far. It's really just very, very, very basic math, right? You don't have to use some kind of equations of, you know, whatever it's going to be. Like X and Y equals to, you know, buy more. X and Y equals to buy more. But you get my point. So passing prop firm challenges is most of the times really just proper risk management. And of course, having a strategy to begin with. Actual profit target 2%, maxed out on 8% on challenge. Yes. It is pretty easy to pass, but of course, after you have passed, the price is a little bit more than you have to pay for the challenge, because you're just basically getting the challenge for free like that, right? Basically, you get my point, what I'm trying to say here? So it is going to be overall a little bit more expensive. There's also actually a great psychology thing right now. You see what is going on. We went almost into the take profit. Now we are just shooting onto the upside. Now what is Joe Schmo going to do right now? He's going, no, my position, man. Let's go to C-Trader. Close the position, man. Close the position. Jokes aside. But this is what people do. But you have to understand, you have to stick to the strategy. That's why I'm telling you why backtest is so important. If you have not done the backtest, then you don't have the confidence. In these kinds of situations, you have to stay in. Even if the fucking trade is going to run. Even if the trade is going to do some shit like that and run into the stop loss, and if we would have gotten out right now, we would have gotten a minimized loss. Or actually a win in that sense. Even in that case, it is not going to be worth it to do that shit. Right? Because over the long run, this is not going to work. You have to stick to the strategy. Okay? And even if this runs into a stop loss, I am not going to regret not closing in this specific time. Stick to the fucking strategy, guys. Yushikid was saying, hold the line. Hold the line! Hold the line! We are in war. We are in war! Hold the line! Yeah, but people are really like that. They over-exaggerate the current situation, you know? The best part, or like one of the best parts, that you can learn also out of these live streams, that I'm calm about the trades. Sometimes, also I do need a little bit of time. Like I told you in previous streams, it needs like 10 minutes a day. Sometimes I'm also taking my time, 20 minutes analysis, you know, I'm thinking, how can we turn this, you know? Let me look at that time frame, let me compare it to another pair. These kinds of stuff. Sometimes I take more than 10 minutes, but come on, like 20 minutes or 10 minutes, is that really going to make a world difference? Probably not, right? The best part that you can learn out of the live streams is that I'm just staying calm. No matter if we're going to hit a loss, I'm saying it is what it is. If we're to take profit, of course, I'm positive, I like that. Here's the biggest mistake that people do when doing when learning psychology and basically trying to master their psychology. You have been told that you have to be a robot. That you have to be a robot, and that if it's going to be a loss, don't care. If it's going to win, don't care. If it's going to be a break even, don't care. Now, first of all, trading, everything that you do and also learn in trading is against human psychology, because a loss is kind of like a threat. No, I've learned this about, actually it's in here. I've actually learned this about this book, right? Like, some people know it, some people don't. It's Trading in the Zone. Most people that are trading should know it. I've read it. And that's also the knowledge. Like, a lot of the knowledge that I'm also sharing is just out of books, to be honest. Like, I'm keeping it real. And my point is, hang on. My point is that a loss is like a threat. It's like a survival instinct. You'll be thinking, man, shit, I'm losing, you know, fight or flight response. You know, am I going to rent straight, or am I just going to close very early? You get what I mean? And so basically it stands everything that is against human psychology. But you have been told that you have to be a robot. So, you know, like, I am not going to buy, I am not going to sell, I'm not going to be positive, or I'm not going to basically be happy about a win. I am not going to be feeling bad about a loss. I completely don't think that this should work like that, you know, being a robot. If I'm going to win, guys, and this is coming from a 1 million funded profit trader, and also I'm having a pretty large personal account, I am happy when I'm winning, and I'm sad when I'm losing. Now, break-even trades I don't do, okay? This is the most breaking point of my trading in terms of psychology. You don't have to be a robot. You have to be able to accept it, okay? I'm happy when I have hit a take profit. I'm sad when I hit a loss. The difference is that going to determine you from doing another mistake? Is that going to determine you from taking a revenge trade? Is that going to determine you from being scared of taking trades? There's also people who are not revenge trading, but after one loss, they're just scared. They're not taking the setup, even though it appears right now on the chart. It's also like a different thing. People also always talk about, you know, revenge trading. There's also the opposite. People are all getting scared after taking a loss. This is what's going to determine you if you're profitable or not. So once again, the emotions you feel is not the problem. The emotions when being in a trade, this is not the problem. You can be hot as hell, saying like, no, it's almost going to run into a stop loss. No. You can be really like this, and you can still be a great trader. Why? Because your emotions are not going to determine your decisions. That's my point, okay? And let me remove the C trader in the background because it's hella annoying. Background image. None. Save. Okay, guys. So for anybody that wants psychology advice, here it is. Because I've seen, like, in the last stream and also in this stream, there were people, you know, give me some psychology advice. Here it is, guys. If somebody is going to ask again, then I'm gonna give them this exact advice once again. To be honest, this is the best advice that I can give you. Don't try to force yourself. Okay, that's like pretty unfortunate. Speaking of psychology, right? Of course, I don't like shit like that happening. But I'm still going to stick to the strategy and also to the trade. I'm not going to modify anything on it. Yeah. So if anybody is going to ask that again, I'm going to tell them this exact same shit again. Don't try to be a robot. Accept your emotions. Don't try to fight your emotions, but work with them. Okay? But this is also like a good part about negative versus T award. Like, seriously. Because there's a phenomenon, I've talked about this in a little bit older videos. There is a phenomenon, if you're going to lose. So Shikid was saying, oh, so people would have canceled their position because it barely didn't hit the take profit. Of course, like by that point in time, okay, especially, this is like an extreme example. Speaking of like psychology, right? But it's also a good example to show you. Like, I am trying to be a good example for you. Seriously. it sounds cliche or whatever it's going to sound like to you, I am trying to be a good example for everybody that's watching the stream, right? I'm not perfect. I'm human after all, right? But I try to not make the same mistakes as I'm trying to teach you in that sense. I'm not going to close a position. And you be the witness. You are the witness. Everybody that's watching the live stream right now, you are going to be the witness, okay? If this trade is going to run into a stop loss, and then tomorrow we're going to review the trade, or the day after that, whenever it's going to be, I am going to tell you these exact words. I don't regret taking this trade, right? I don't regret closing the position, even though the take profit has almost been hit. I don't regret that. I did the right decision of staying to the trade, even though it's going to run into a loss. This is the problem. So look, for anybody that's watching right now, this trade is going to run into a stop loss, even though it would have been like an easy take profit if you would have just closed it right now. People are saying, this was a mistake. I haven't traded. I haven't closed it. I should have identified it that it's going to reverse now. This is the exact problem that you're facing. This is the mistake. This right there is the mistake that you're doing. Okay? Robo Kelly was saying, man, do you think to train an AI about your strategy one day, like you feed an AI on a daily basis for like 1 year and see if it can be profitable? To increase data, you can backtest data with AI. No, I don't think so, brother, that this is going to work, because trading always requires at least a little bit of discretion. Mechanical strategies don't work. Like, I hate to break it to you, you have been looking for like fully mechanical strategy. If fully mechanical strategies would be working, then I wouldn't be trading this strategy. If a fully mechanical strategy, why would I do this? I would just run a bot. Because if it's fully mechanical, then you can automate it. There's also like somebody in the Discord, I've asked one time, is your strategy fully mechanical? He said yes. I said, why don't you automate it? I don't remember what the exact response for that was, but it was definitely not a smart one. If a strategy is 100% mechanical, then that means that you can automate it. And if the mechanical strategy really works, then you're also kind of dumb for not automating it, right? Even just invest, like pay somebody who is able to script that. If you can't do it yourself, of course, this is worth it to pay somebody to do it for you. The problem is just that mechanical strategies do not work, because there is discretion involved into every single trade, okay? So yeah, guys, I'm gonna end the stream for now. Everybody that has one more question, type it in. It's going to be the last question for today. And then we're going to keep it rolling from there. And we're going to see you guys tomorrow. Or also in the masterclass that I've done. Once again, guys, everybody go watch the masterclass after this live stream to get the full details. Alright? Like also with YushiKid, there was like a couple of questions you have asked with the BPR. All going to be answered in the masterclass. So one more question. I'm going to do the rest of the push-ups. And then from there on, I'm gonna end the stream, alright guys? So it's only going to be 2, we're like 10 push-ups because we have 2 likes. Once again, the spin is very important, or else, you see we have not done the spin in a very long time. That's because the trade is also running into our break-even point again. That's a problem. So keep that in mind. The spin is like part of the strategy. Alright guys, we have 10 people watching. Appreciate everybody that has been watching the video. If you have just newly joined in, watch the free masterclass that I've done. It's going to explain to you everything from A to Z. It's going to also explain to you why is Sky trading in negative risk to reward. Why? Because it's the only way to actually be profitable in trading. And of course, positive risk to reward does also work, but it's not practical. And if you don't believe me, the new video is going to prove you and also convince you wrong. So thank you everybody who watched the video. Sleepwalker is saying, take care, have a good one. Thank you, appreciate brother, you too. Yushikid was also saying, thanks, have a great day. You too, brother, appreciate it for joining in the stream. You have been watching for quite some time the stream. And yeah, guys, see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.